Okay, guys, so this is Crypto Things. Has been a while, and I want to welcome you back. Now, remember, we talk crypto, we talk money, and then we talk the market over here. Okay, so today, some of you may be having some questions as to how you can be able to know about certain news that may actually affect the market. All right, so it's very important that you get some level of awareness as to what the information may be that can affect the market, because some of you may have some leveraged trading, and so if such news are released, it can literally wipe out your entire portfolio. All right, so it's important you know how to be able to access some of this news so that you can be able to actually know when to enter and also when to leave. Now, this is not, remember, this is not a financial advice, all right? This clip is not in any way designed to advise you financially. This is just to show you for some information and also for educational purposes only, all right? This is not in any way financial. You have to also do your own research before you take any decisions. All right. I just want to show you some information I think might help you. Please do not take this as a financial advice. So in this video, what I'm basically going to be showing you is the website where you can be able to access and check for some of this news before they actually uh, uh, affect the market, probably to your own advantage. And if you want to take the risk, you can still be able to actually do what you want to do. All right. So this is exactly what you're going to do. All right. So very quickly, there is a particular website and it's called the Forest Factory, and you can just go here and type Forest Factory .com. All right, forexfactory.com. Now this basically affects the market, all right, whether it is forex or crypto. Of course, it has more impact on the forex market, but then also we notice that in recent times it tends to also affect the crypto market. All right, so if there is any news that is favorable for the market, you see that there is some kind of movement that has some level of volatility in the crypto market as well as in the forex market. So it is important sometimes, if you know that such a news is coming, you know what decisions you are going to take, whether to still leave your positions or to actually remove them before the news is released. So that is up to you, right? This is not a financial advice. Okay, so I'm just going to show you where you can be able to see some of this news, um, even as regards to the days and the time at which such news um, is released. All right. So when you type forexfactory.com, the next thing you do is to, you can even put calendar or just type forexfactory.com, right? If you type this, it will just take you exactly to Forex Factory. All right. Now, when you come to this place, if you are a Nigerian, all right, okay, if you are a Nigerian, depending on where you're coming from, I'm actually giving this information from Nigeria. So, what you need to do is to actually set, just when you get to this place, you first of all go and set the date and the time. All right. Now, let's go to this place. All right, let me go back a bit so that you can see what I pressed now. So where you open this, the first place you go to is this place called uh date, as January 11th. Okay, this is the day I'm making this video. So you click on that. So when you click on that, it's going to bring you to this place. All right, now you are going to set the date properly. If yours is on automatic, I think it will just look like this. Then you can apply this setting. You can just click on apply this setting here, and then that is it. You are done for this place. And then you go back. I've already set mine, so you go back. Now the next place you want to actually press on is time. Okay, this is where you can see this. Okay, let me just make it easier for you to see. All right, so this is excuse me, excuse me. All right, so you have to go to this place. Now you can see here where there is 7:03 p.m. All right, so when you click on that place, the next thing you will see is this. Now, look at the format in mine. All right, you can see this is GMT for +1 for those that are in Nigeria. All right, you can just leave it like that, GMT +1, and then uh, you can leave it just like that. All right, so you can save the settings, and that is it for you. All right, so now the next thing you want to check is where the news comes. This is very important. Pay attention at this level. All right, so you are looking at where the news is going to come. So you go to this three dot sign at the top here. All right, this three dot sign at the top here. You can, or rather three, well, whatever it is, three line sign, and then you click on it. Now when you click on it, you can see everything here. You can click on calendar. Now you can see the calendar here. You click on it. Now it brings you to this place. Now you can see that what we have here is for the month of January 2026, and today is 11th. You can see because I've already marked it, so you can see where it is on 11th of January 2026, and then you can see the time is actually 7:06 p.m. as I'm making this video. All right, so what is the way to actually access the information, the news? All right, so what you do now, let's click on, now this is a Sunday, and as you can see, if I click on 11th, now what it is going to bring out is exactly what is going to happen on Sunday. Now because Sunday is actually a holiday, you can see there is no information. All right, there's no information. Now let's go back to Saturday to see if there is any news on Saturday. All right, now you can see Saturday is also a public holiday, so there is no news on Saturday. All right, now let's go to Friday, okay, which is 9th. Now on Friday, you can see this, you can see all of this news here. Everything you are seeing here is news. Now, the first one is showing you that um, there is a news from Japan showing household spending. There is a news uh, CNI that is showing the CPI, okay, and the PPI. Now, all of these things are here. Now, I want to show you something very important in this place, all right? Now, the level of the color is actually indicative of the kind of uh, gravity with which the news is going to be released. All right. So if you look at this, you can see there is yellow, there is red, there is this one that looks like is it orange? Okay, you can see all of them. You can see all of them here. Now I want to show you what is important here. Now, those days when you see a sharp movement in the market, they are actually days when news that have a high impact was released. All right. Now, the ones on yellow are relatively uh, impactful, and the ones on orange are also relatively impactful. But then the one that is most important and which you must always give attention to are the ones on the red color. All right. So these ones here, you should always give attention to them. These ones here, you can see these red ones. These are the ones you give maximum attention to, especially when it has to do with USD. All right, USD, especially when it has to do with USD. All right, so if you look here, okay, you can see if there is, now look at this. This is very important. Whenever there is FOMC, now FOMC is not just that's the Federal Reserve having a meeting. All right, so not all of them necessarily. As you can see, this one here doesn't really have much. But now let me show you from other days some of the news that have high impact. Okay. This is actually good. This is a very good one here. You can see non-farm employment. You see now this one here. Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. If you are very careful, you will notice that by 2:30 on Friday, that there was a massive volatility in the crypto market and in the forex market. All right. Now, this is very important. All right. Now, look at this also. Unemployment rates. All right. This is also very, very important. These are the things usually, if you check, if you can, you see they are all at around 2:30. So, this is very important. You can see it has USD on it. You can see this also has USD on it. Now, this is telling you about non-farm employment. Okay, that is civil works, and then the unemployment rate. Now, these are the things that affect the economy of the United States, all right? And they have a very important impact in the crypto market and also in the forex market. Right now, the next thing, uh, whenever you see FOMC and it has red on it, all right, FOMC that has red on it. Now, usually this comes on Fridays. Okay, let me see if there is any other Friday that we may be able to get something like that. Okay, so now let me actually make it very, because I don't know how to be able to access all of them and not to make this video too long. Okay, so what you need to pay attention to is anytime you see now, if you see USD and then you see CPI on it, if you see USD you see CPI. Okay, that is if you see CPI, if you see PPI, is consumer price index, producer price index, and then you see unemployment rates. Now make sure that they are on USD. All right. Anytime you see CPI, PPI, but on USD, right? Not on any of these other currencies. If you see it on USD, it is very important you give attention to it. All right. So, for instance, over here now, what we have what we have here is just uh, unemployment rates and non-farm employment. I think this is chart or whatever it is. Okay, but what I want you to do is to make sure that anytime you see USD, all right, and then you see non-farm unemployment this, and then you see unemployment rate, and then you now see something like FOMC on it, all right, and then you see something like PPI. Oh, sorry for that. You see something like PPI. You see something like CPI. You see something like FOMC. All right. You see something like non-farm, like this ones I've just shown you here. You see something like non-farm employment. You see unemployment. Okay. Now pay attention to this. All right. Always pay attention to this. All right. These letters I just wrote here. Anytime you see these letters or these write-ups or these words, whatever it is, okay, and then you see USD attached to it, and then you see it on red, and then you check the time, you will see that there is going to be some kind of volatility in the market. So people who do not have an understanding of how the market works, if you have a leveraged position at that time, you can easily be actually liquidated. So it's very important that you know some of these things. All right. So this is basically it. Now let me show you what will happen, because these things are actually here. You can see they are already in place. The dates that such news will be released. Now today is January 11th, 2026. And there is no news that is there because it's a holiday. Now, Monday, let's look at Monday on 12th. Monday is tomorrow. Okay, now you can see that tomorrow there is no reason for an alarm. You can see, even though there is USD, okay, even though there is USD, right? You can see there is no red on it here, even though there is also FOMC on it. Okay, so there is no red. Now Monday is supposedly supposed to be a day that you should not panic for anything. All right. Okay. Now let's check for Tuesday, which is 13th. Okay, now you can see. Now the first thing you should look out for is red. All right. So here we have red. All right. Here we have red. Okay. Let me just show you the place where we have red. Okay. So this is very important. You give attention to this, and this is going to be happening on Tuesday. On Tuesday. All right. 13th of January. Now, you see now, so we have CPI coming out. It is Consumer Price Index, okay, and it's going to be coming out by 2:30. Now, I want you to do something for me by 2:30 on Tuesday. Just make sure you pay attention to what happens in the crypto market, and you see that what I'm telling you is true, because these things affect the market. You can see all the conditions I gave you are there. The number one condition is that it is what? It is USD. It may not always be USD. Sometimes it can be JPY. This is Japan. Okay, as of the time that Japan actually did their interest rates increase, it also affected the market. So it's very important to check also. It can also affect the market, not just USD, but give attention. Anyone that has red on it, anyone that has red on it is worthy of your attention, whether it is um, just USD or JPY or JBB, anyone. Just make sure that you pay attention to the ones on red. So the next thing is core. You see now, this is gonna happen on Tuesday. You see that this is gonna happen on Tuesday. So by Tuesday, you should be waiting for this news by 2:30. And like I said, watch what will happen in the market. Now the next thing is to see what happens on Wednesday. All right. Now this is actually Wednesday. Now Wednesday too, we have news coming by 2:30. Again, the same thing, 2:30. You can see all of them are going to be happening by 2:30. All of them. So you have to give attention to these things. Now let's see what happens on Thursday. So now this is what you're going to be doing. Now you see GBP. You see now this is okay. GBP. Okay, GBP is going to have some red, but usually this does not have much impact. Okay, now this is not a financial advice. Still do your own research. All right, but you give attention to the market by 2:30 again on Wednesday, right? This Wednesday. Okay, Thursday, right? Thursday. You see by 2:30 you can see that these unemployment claims. All right. All of these things usually have impact on the market. So I don't want to make this video to be too long. So if you have received any information that is helpful to you in this video, I want you to please like and subscribe, and please comment. All right. We need that at the moment, and I'm going to see you on another one.